The most powerful visualization technique made easy in 3 simple steps. Let's talk about that today. Amanda here from createyourfuture.co. So today we're going to talk about the most powerful way to visualize, and I've got 3 easy steps for you. They're so simple and they're so incredibly powerful. I've created so many things through visualization. What are the benefits of visualization and why does it work so well? Well, it works so well because our mind, our subconscious mind, doesn't know the difference between something we imagine and something that actually happens to us. So basically, by visualizing it, you're seeing it. It's happening. Your brain thinks it's happening. So if we can create those things and visualize what we want in our head, it's likely we are going to see it in our life. Now, what can you change with visualization? Oh my goodness, you can change so much. You can change your weight. You can use it to jumpstart your weight loss. You can use it to jumpstart your physical fitness. You can use visualization to relieve your anxiety and worrying. And maybe, I don't know, you're at work in a customer service job and you did something that you said something or, that you weren't happy with. You can always visualize changing it. So you can change parts of your personality. You can change some of your physical features and visualize what you want. And you can create your goals. So let's jump right into it. Okay. Step 1 is to know what you want. Be clear on what you want. This is so important. You need to be clear on what you actually want. Now, the other thing that's always comes into this is give yourself permission to want what you want. It's okay to want what you want. And it's okay if what you want is different than what your neighbor wants or your friend wants or your mom wants or anybody else wants. I give you permission. It's okay to want what you want. As long as you're not hurting yourself or anybody else, then it's okay to want what you want. Okay? Now, the second step is to describe your vision in detail. Okay, so there's a couple ways to do this. You can create a vision board, get a magazine, cut out some stuff, create a little vision board of what your house looks like, your yacht, that sort of thing. Cut out some pictures of you, stick them on the yacht, put them in front of the house, in the garden. Or you can write it out. I prefer to write it out. So I will write out exactly my vision in detail. Okay. And I write it as a story, like I am the person in the story. I also put my goals into this, like I'll write out my goals, and that's kind of like step 2 to describe in detail what my outcome is, right? So you want to describe the outcome of your vision in detail, okay? That's the end result. That's what you got right in there, what you're going to see, hear, feel. Let's say, for instance, you're in school, you're going to be graduating, or you want to graduate, so you want to write out in detail your graduation day. What are you wearing? What do you look like? What do you feel? Who's there? What do you see? Are the leaves turning brown? Do you feel a breeze on you? Is it a nice sunny day? Are you in a gymnasium? Like, where are you? Who, what, where, when? How do you feel? What do you see? What do you hear? Okay? You want to put all that down in detail and do a vision board too. You can do them both, no harm. The third step is to start visualizing it. Now, this is really where the magic happens, okay? You want to find a nice time where it's quiet, and I always lay down. Sometimes, people daydream all the time. This is like daydreaming. You can sit up and do it, whatever you're comfortable with. But to really start visualizing exactly your vision in detail. Now, you want to, and this is very important, you want to visualize it like you're a camera looking at the scene, right? You don't want to see it through your own eyes. You want to see yourself in that picture. Another good way to do it, and this is what I do, is I visualize a movie screen in my mind. And on that movie screen, I see myself in the movie. This is especially important if your visualization is of weight loss or your visualization is of you acting differently, because then you can see yourself skinnier. You can see yourself doing things differently. And that's very important. So your subconscious mind knows that that's you and that's what you want to do. Okay, so see yourself in the actual scene. Now you want to make sure that scene is bright and it's color, and you really want to tune it in good. Okay, then you also want to visualize. What do you see? What do you feel? What do you hear? You really want to start to create some emotion. You want to get excited about it. You want to visualize it so good. It's like you're there, right? And I always play the movie from start to finish, okay? So if I'm visualizing something, okay, I'm visualizing, say, going to out with on a date. Okay, let's say I'm doing that. I'll visualize me starting, the phone call. Oh, you want to go on a date? And I see myself answering the phone. Yeah, yeah. And then I go ahead, and then the next step is I see myself getting ready, right? And looking all pretty, hair's up. And then I actually see myself getting into the car and then going, and then all the way to the end of the date where he drops me off the door. He goes, hello, kiss goodnight. And I'm like, oh, right. And the whole thing, I play out the whole entire movie. So play out the whole entire movie, play it more than once, play it twice, whichever. You want to mentally rehearse the whole thing, but you really want to focus and be clear on what the outcome is, right? So, a little tip, what I do is I actually visualize every morning in bed. So after I wake up, I actually lay in bed for like a half an hour and I just visualize what I want, my goals, what I want to experience for the day, what I want to see, things that excite me. Anytime I'm worrying, I'll stop myself and I'll just daydream about how I actually want it to play out. So it's a really good technique just to stop yourself if you have any anxiety. If you have any anxiety or worry, just remind yourself your thoughts create, and then use that energy to actually start visualizing what you want. And remember too, I mean, if you have anxiety, the thing is anxious and excitement are pretty much the same emotion. One turns this way in your tummy, the other one turns that way. So, anxiety sometimes is excitement. I know when I get excited, it almost feels like a little bit like anxiety. So just remember that, ask yourself, is it anxiety or am I actually excited, about the possibilities that I can create? So yeah, I mean, those are the 3 easy steps to visualization, and have fun with it. Oh, the other thing that I wanted to add in there is sometimes, people can't visualize, throughout my experience as a counselor and life coach, I have heard some people say, well, I just can't visualize. If that's the case, I mean, you can do one or two things. You can just focus on step 2 and just write it out if you're more of a writing person, or create the vision board and just really focus on the writing and creating a picture in words. Or, you can do what I do is I create intentions. I'm able to visualize. I visualize very well. I'm good at visualization, and, focus on practicing that and creating intentions around being able to visualize. But I mean, again, at the end of the day, look at, if you don't like visualizing, then don't. I mean, this shouldn't be something that's a chore. It shouldn't be something that you have to do, even if you don't like to do. If that's the case, then don't do it, right? You can create through the law of attraction without visualization. It's just one tool in a toolbox that you can use. I've got many other videos that explain how to create without visualizing, because we're all different. And the point is to have fun with this and to enjoy it, and never do anything that feels like a chore, because why? I don't even see the point of why doing something you don't like doing. So don't do it if you don't like doing it.